Okie dokie. Coffee, start. What are we gonna make today? What are we gonna make? Coffee. That's. I remember such the fun backlash against like the fancy coffee places, and then you would go to a place and be like, "Can I get?" And they're like, "No, we just have coffee. There's no anything." Um, the place that I would go for brunch frequently, like it was like they did the steak and eggs, steak and sorry, well, steak frite, and then on the weekends they would do other things. But they had a nice coffee maker, so they had like an espresso latte machine in the back, and people would request it like after their meal or with their meal, and it would just take them forever to go make one because like they didn't make them very often. So I was like, I don't know why you're ordering this. It's gonna take forever. You're not gonna like it, but you can say you ordered your fancy, you know, cafe latte. Um, Now, most of the staff was Latin American, and if they went to make one for themselves, then I'd be like, yeah, make me one because they'd hit that caffeine so hard. But if they made it for like customers, it was not. It wasn't in there. It wasn't in that. But yeah, good morning. Let's see. Sorry. Neon Saline, Tanya, Cargen X, welcome on in. I'm not quite behind this morning. I actually woke up. I mean, I didn't wake up at my alarm, which goes off at 6:15. I let that snooze on the weekend. Um, I didn't like stay in bed. We have an extreme cold warning here, but I am going to walk to the store today, I believe, because it's not that far. But yeah, I think today is definitely going to be a store day, and I don't know if it'll also be a wine day. I'm not sure. Hey, Trey, welcome on in. I'll see you over on them YouTubes. Feel free to join whichever platform you like. Hey, Slivers, welcome on in. I feel like that's getting longer every time. Also, you're not helping me not think that you're a ghost. Just all right. Oh, I need water for my pills. I already started the dishwasher. Um, so the only difference really on YouTube is that you'll be a little bit delayed because the stream is piggybacking off of Twitch. So you'll be a little behind, and there won't be music sent over there because YouTube is way more strict about that. Like I can't even play a game that uses licensed music for like 3 seconds before YouTube is okay, maybe like a minute before YouTube is like, hey, hey, that's copyright. So the games that I was playing, like the one that was very clearly a little to the left clone. Oop, hold on a second. Making sure. Oh, okay. This is a text from my brother, just making sure everything's okay. Um, but yeah, the one that did the little to the left and the train lax, basically same company, and they were clearly mobile games before this. They were using some copyrighted music in their game, which again, when you do PR for games, tell streamers that there's copyrighted music in the game because then streaming and stuff, it helps. And what's even more silly is I have I don't even have access to monetize videos on YouTube yet. The only thing I have access to is if people want to like buy super chats or buy a subscription or something like that. So like it's not like I can make money off of the video yet anyway, but it's like, hey, just in case you want to monetize this later, I'm like, whatever. As they say, it's only pin money. Okay. So the AeroPress comes with a paddle. So it's basically just a paddle to help agitate the grounds once they're inside the chamber. Since you can use a spoon, but this just lets you very gently go back and forth. So yeah, it just comes with it. You could just use a spoon if you want, but it's easier to just little swoosh back and forth, so that it doesn't. So basically, so that the coffee grounds don't like all settle down here after you pour the water on. And even then, I'm pretty sure they do settle, but you want to give them. I don't know. I still don't fully understand how coffee works, and I think that's great that I don't know how coffee works. Prax, welcome on in. Thank you for the resub. Oh goodness, is my brother. He is on his music tear this morning. Um, hey Puddle Club, welcome on in. And yeah, like I don't know, like who determined that when you crush this stuff up and put it in hot water that it also expressed that into the water. I mean, same with tea, I guess, but tea and coffee feel like a different kind of thing. They feel, you know, it's a related process. You're putting hot water on something that is dried, but it feels different. And then there's freeze dried coffee, which I find fascinating because it's like they make the coffee and then they freeze it and then they like chop it up. It's so and then like they like that to me, watching them make like you know instant coffee, freeze dried coffee, that to me is fascinating. It also implies that you cannot make the quote unquote perfect cup of freeze dried coffee because somebody has already made it. Somebody's already made the coffee. So you can like dress it up, but the cup has already been made. The coffee has been made. You are merely bringing it back to life. Um, and then there were these things, which I never really, I still have it. It's probably long since spoiled, but I like the bottle. Although I need to get rid of these bottles because I have too many bottles. But there was Jot. Jot was I think was Jot. Did Javi change their name to Jot? I think. Or anyway, Javi also had coffee concentrate, which was similar. Like you mix this with water and you could have an iced coffee. You mixed it with milk or water. You could have an iced coffee, a hot coffee immediately. And this is extraordinarily like don't sip this unless it's on a dare because this is like the black bitter blood of the earth taste on your tongue. And I don't believe this took off. It was very much an Instagram or a TikTok thing. Um, Very much an Instagram or TikTok thing. Hey Tom, welcome on in. And um because it was like, you know, do you just want to have your instant coffee and you know you have your mug with all your stuff and you could have your big nails done and just like you know your thing. What's the account? It's on Instagram. I think they're called the Goddess Boys and they make different drinks together and it's a very ASMR thing, that kind of thing. Um so yeah. I also feel a little bad because yesterday I streamed for longer than I normally would. Um, and I think right after I went offline, I got a raid um, from Games Done Quick, and it was like over 1,000 people, which would have been lovely, except I was no longer online. So yeah, I was like, well, that was. I mean, it was very nice. I don't know who over there saw my channel and said, hey, let's go over there. Um, but I was already offline because I went to check my dashboard and I'm like, how did I get a raid? When did that come in? It must have been just as we were leaving. Um, which is why it's like I never know the right time to take a break or the right time to stop streaming or anything because yeah, generally people are looking usually people are stopping on the hour. Not everybody, but some people. Um Ray, welcome on in. See, some people just raid whenever. Um but yeah, it's Ray. Welcome on in. Live long and prosper to all of you. Peace and long life, etc. Because we are all infinite diversity and infinite combinations. And also, Jaden looks really cute in his skirt. I also clocked that Jaden Kyle thing like episode 3, and I've been waiting for the payoff. And if people don't know what I'm talking about and want to, hit me up so we can do some watch parties. I need to throw out that like private invite to be like, hey, if you want to get caught up on the thing because you don't have access to it or you're not paying for where it is, let me know. Okay, I got milk all over my mouth. Hey, Steven. Hey, R Craft, welcome on in on the raid. I'll go back in and I'll go back into the actual other room in a second and see who, like, because I may have missed a chat or two. All right, coffee is done, 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 and it's not my fault that I have done, done, done in my head. It's just that I rewatched the Instagram video that showed the X-Men '97 when they had to jump out of a plane, and somebody basically said that song goes well with any scene of a bunch of people jumping out of a plane. And I'm like, yeah, it does. It does. It definitely does. So yeah. Um, it also showed the ridiculousness of that X-Men '97 plane scene. Like Storm grabs Gambit, Rogue grabs Beast, but only grabs Beast by like his speedo band. I'm not sure what you call it, posing tights, trunks band. Um, and eventually somebody, Morph goes to get Wolverine because they got the hots for Wolverine, but Morph transforms into Archangel because Morph got a glow up in '97. Um, and then Cyclops punches the ground with his face and lands on just sand because of course he does. Um, okay. I am gonna go to the other room and I'll see you in there in a moment. And yeah, I gotta edit yesterday's video because I've got videos on deck for a few days. Um, I've got videos on deck for a few days, and I'm gonna sneeze. But I want to go ahead and chop up yesterday's video since like I have a moment. It doesn't take me long to do. So yeah, I'll be over there in just a second. Unmute the microphone. Then we're good. Okay. Welcome on in. Hello. Hi. I do remember that scene from X-Men Evolution. I the two things, well, okay, I remember a lot of things from X-Men Evolution because it did do the X-Men very well. I don't really agree with turning them into teens like your nanny or Mojo or something, but fine. Hey, Amalia. Um, I remember the Kitty and Rogue doing the Buffy dance when Spike was doing his video for class. I remember the fact that they made the character Spike because Marrow would have been a little too extreme. So, we got Spike instead. Um, I do remember that like Mystique really tried to throw down against Storm and it was kind of ridiculous. Rogue got even more emo, which was fantastic. And they did a good serviceable job of Apocalypse and Phoenix and the horse. Like they did a good job. I think they also ended it. They ended it with one of those like, here's what I see in the future happening, and then they just like cut it. But yeah, turning the X-Men into teenagers does also like kind of harken back to the roots of X-Men, which is like that's when this stuff really starts to go wrong for you is when the hormones start hormoning and then shit gets real. But hey, Dance Lover, welcome on in. Did I miss anybody? I wanna oops, let me go to the actual Twitch dashboard. StreamerBot chat is great, but it doesn't have all the things. I'm gonna let my bitrate be unstable because I don't even have time to worry about it. I'm just done with you, StreamerBot. Screw you. But yeah. Oh, wait. All the way up here because I know we had Tanya, Neon, Slivers, Cargen X, Prax with the resub. Thank you, Puddle Glum. Dre, both on both sides. Celestian, hello, Tom. Then we had the raid from Ray. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. And then Rcraft on that raid. Steven, hello. Scrolling. Amalia and Dance Lover. Yeah, welcome on in, everybody. And for those of you that slipped onto the other side of the wormhole and said hi on YouTube, appreciate y'all as well. Yeah, I've got I've got yesterday's stuffs to do, so I'm gonna do that. Which my method for video is I go and make like a key art still that sits at the video for a few seconds, and then I just edit the video down. I try to find where I started talking about the video. Generally, it's where I do the intro, like I say the game's the synopsis of the game. Because I usually end up having fluff before then. Hey, Sue, welcome on in. Hope that you're feeling okay. Coffee is good. And then I cut it right at the end of the game. And then I've now learned how to do this better. That was the thing. I like on Blue Sky a few months ago, I was like, oh my God, I learned how to do this a little better. I had been making more work for myself, which that's how you get better at something. You mess it up a lot and then you get better at it. And also thank you, Prax, for the resub. Hold on. Come here. I almost dropped it and it almost rolled over the other side of the couch, which I was not going to go get it if it did that. But I also have to remember, because normally I cut out on the YouTube video, I cut out all the music and all the sound effects. But if you do the redeem, if you do a redeem for like content or the content's not a redeem, it's just the emote does it. Hey, Ruby Girl Games, welcome on in. And thank you for the bits yesterday. I completely missed that. I don't know if my thing popped up for that or not, but I appreciate you and Kosim with the bits yesterday. It's very kind of you. Um, oh, also y'all, the gigantifying emotes. Okay. Okay. So I'm seeing some problems with StreamerBot in that it doesn't fully report stuff. Although maybe I don't have a bits alert because I never expected people to use them. Okay, so maybe one more thing I'll do is I'll see if I can add a bits alert. A bits alert? A bits alert, just in case. Um, I forgot what I was talking about. So I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to start editing video. So this is this is the one from a few days ago, where I did, what did I do? Serendipolette, and then Squad Survivor, Steel Squad, Steel Squad Survivors, and then Arendelle. Ardenfall, not Arendelle. What is Arendelle? Is that some Lord of the Rings shit? Did I just accidentally Lord of the Rings shit? Hey, Alien Traveler, welcome on in. Arendelle? Damn it. I'm not even a Tolkien girly. Oh, is that from Frozen? Because I'm definitely not a Disney. Wow. I don't know. Anyway, is up there something? So let's see. Let me let me actually, instead of this, let me pop out a new window. Okay, hold on. Oh well, it's fine. We'll do Canva, key art. Why do you open 8 million tabs, Canva? Arendelle Jenkins, who used to live in Baltimore. Wow. Okay, let's see here. What do we want to do? Okay, so first off, for the two games, one was Rat Spider Frog, and the other was Clue Murder by Death. So first things, we're gonna actually make the key art for them. So that's over here. Sorry, I don't. I'm eh eh. Um. So let's see here. We need to grab. Hot Fuzz. Oh my gosh. Talk about things I have not heard, I've not thought about in a minute. So what I'm gonna do is sometimes they'll send over a press kit. And I know that I have been an absolute asshole on social media. Hey, Black Widow, welcome on in. I've been an asshole on social media about, hey, send me your key art. Send me your key art. Send me your background, send me your logo, etc. However, in case you did not know, you can get some key art from things on your own Steam, on your own hard drive. If you go to on your particular system, program files 86 because it's like X-Men 97, but it's 86. Steam app cache, library cache. There it saves the capsule art, logo, like library art, etc. for most all the games that you install. And in there will be a transparent, usually will be a transparent graphic. Hold on a second. Let me. So like Rat Spider Frog, I got the PNG right here. Boom. And then if I look in one of the folders for the library hero, which I like being a library hero. And And in Canva, I just take this and hit replace background. And I'll show you what the capsule art. The reason I don't use the capsule art is that it's too small. This is what the capsule art looks like. And if I make that large, then you can see it's very like fuzzy. So I don't like doing that unless I have to. But I sometimes will have the capsule art to see if I matched it pretty well, which I did. There's a little, okay. And that allows me to let my big face be on screen and also put like the thing a little farther away. It also does feel like I'm calling myself a rat spider frog. I'm not calling myself a rat spider frog, but I can make the logo as large as I want. Sometimes if the logo looks plain against the stuff, I will edit it. I might edit the background a little bit, give it a little filter so it looks similar to what they did. And yeah, that's it. Okay, that's Rat Spider Frog. Rat Spider Frog, I'm gonna keep on dancing at the Rat Spider Frog. That's your fault, Alien Traveler. Thanks for that. Thanks so much. And then the next one is Clue Murder by Death. So okay, so we have a logo, and then so this one is interesting because this one, I'll show you what their library, what their like capsule art looks like. It does look very cute, I will say, because it has that plus all the characters. Using their own hero art is not going to give me the same feel as this because it's just the detective. Not that it wouldn't work. It's just not going to feel the same as if I, like I could do this up here. The reason, though, that I don't always like using their art is because my face is on one side of the screen. I like being able to move the stuff around. So I'm going to go to their email and I'm just going to check to see if they sent me a press kit. So let me just quickly take a look. Murder by Death. Okay. There's no press kit in that email, pal. Nor is there one in that. I also... Okay, I hope they didn't change the... Oh, actually... I might be able to use let me see. Did they send me a press kit? Or did they just... Ah, they sent me a link to the press kit. I love press kits like this because they are very easy for people to set up. I don't know if it's a Notion template, but it's just a very simple press kit. Like, it's got everything you need in it. Sometimes it's nice if they send you just the art without the logo on it, but otherwise I can grab this image right here. Oops, where am I? So I'm going to get rid of that, and get rid of that, and get rid of that. I'm going to grab their image. Oh, it's actually a little big. Aw, nuts. Christopher Lee's not on there. Okay. I don't like doing the... Let's see here. I may have to do a little bit of work on this one. Because what I want to do, okay, so first off, remove. I want to flip this one. And I want to have all the characters on this side. Okay, I want to send this to the back. Okay, and then as far as this goes, I'm going to slap a rectangle and remove I need to grab the color of the thing. It's not quite the same color, is it? All right, let's try that again. They may have done a fade, in which case I'm going to have to just deal with it. Okay, that's better. That is correct. That is the thing that I'm just like, you know what? It's not exactly, it isn't exactly the aesthetic of the game, and I'm just gonna let that go. Okay, so if I do this and also move this back. Okay. Then I can take their logo. Yeah, okay. And then I can put this, like I could put it here. No, that misses the clue. I don't love this. I don't love this for me. Is this a better... Oh, I love the fact that it's like slightly transparent. Hey Cardigan, welcome on in. That is okay. Today's cozy, if you want to call it that, is right now I'm just doing some video editing. I hope it's on screen. Is it on screen? It is. Just doing some video editing of the stuff I did yesterday, and then I'll probably be playing some Animal Crossing, which is definitely cozy. But also welcome on in, Cardigan. Let's see. Can we give this like a little shadow? Sometimes a little white, a little glow can also help the logo pop off the page a little bit. So yeah, you're basically just watching me do a graphic design is my passion moment right now. I don't love that. However, and I have said before, I am getting to the point where if I am futzing around with it this much, it is time to stop futzing around with it and just ship it. There is a point where you need to just stop. You are not going to make it any better. You are not going to have that lightning inspiration moment that says, aha, this is what would make it better. And I've already done more work than I want to on this. I've already, hold on a second. Is it Alt 1? Hey, Mer, welcome on in. You know, I've added like a square to cover up their original logo. I flipped their logo vertically. I've already done a lot. So this is what they get. And again, it's, you know, not only do you need to stop because you're not going to make it better,
I don't hate saying this. I actually love saying this. I'm not getting paid to do this. Okay. Like, I'm not getting paid to do this. They handed me it. They gave me a key. I played the game on stream. That's it. I don't need to make this perfect. I just need to make a thumbnail so that people will see like the name and logo of the game before they click on it. Maybe not. I don't know. You know, I don't know if this gets people. I don't have the energy to do a whole for every video kind of thing. I'm just not going to do that. Period. And I appreciate the people who do. Like they'll take a little like gasp photo or a big photo, a new one for every thumbnail. And maybe I will eventually be able to add such a thing into my workflow. But it's just going to be me taking all of those photos on a single day when I'm feeling pretty, as opposed to trying to do them every time. Like I was feeling really pretty when I took this photo. It is my, oh, you can't see it now anymore. Hold on. Like, yeah, I was feeling pretty when I took this photo. Um, just shaved my head. Beard was looking good. The lighting from the kitchen window was fantastic. And that's it. And like when I land on a picture, I will use it everywhere. I could not do this just off the cuff. Like right now, I'd probably have to shave a little bit more. I'd have to actually buzz my hair. I'd need to give the beard a little silver shampoo to make sure that like the silver was coming through because there's way more now than there was. Oh well. Um, but yeah, so in Canva I saved this, I downloaded it. Um, let's go back to DaVinci. There we go. Oh, thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. So yeah, I'm gonna do a little bit of video editing. You're not gonna hear the DaVinci because it's just me. It is one of the weirdest sounds in the world to like scrub over your own audio and hear you in the background. Um, but let me grab those that I just done did. Okay. So in DaVinci, the first thing I do is I go to my media library and I will add those two thumbnails that I made in because those are going to go at the front of the video for like, I used to be a whole 5 seconds and then I cut it down to about like 2 seconds and some change. And if the game has audio in the background, I will also bring that audio all the way to the front. And then let me drag in the video from yesterday, which I do save my videos locally, which makes it easier. And oh, there I am. When did I actually start playing? What was I taking a break here? Oh, I took a break here. I was like, okay. Okay, so we'll start here and then end here. So yeah. So I like to set an in and out point for the video because then on the next screen when I drag it onto the timeline, I won't have to like go through all the thing. So let's see here. And these essentially the previous video is my template for the next video. So I cut the video here and then I just get rid of all of this stuff because it's not gone. It's just I don't need it anymore. And then I will save the last video. Oh, sorry, I'll drag in the video here. And then I do two things. I always adjust the audio a little bit to give the YouTube video a little more resonance. So what I do is I copy the attributes from the previous audio and then I paste them in. And that was me just playing around with the equalizer to something that sounded a little nicer for videos and for shorts. Because I especially did it for shorts because I like if people are going to pop on, if people are going to just like see the short scrolling by, I want maybe my voice to hit them to say, oh, I don't care what this person is saying, but they sound nice, so I'd like to listen to them a little. I'd like to listen to them for at least another second or two. Hey, Esoterica, welcome on in. Sometimes I will also bump the audio of the game because I generally keep it lower than my voice on stream. So we'll see what happens. But the shortcuts I love in DaVinci, up and down, up and down, up and down, not near and far. That's the Grover thing. Up and down take you to the beginning and end of the previous and current segment. And then if you have markers, like every time somebody does a clip or I change a scene, it has it puts a marker in here. Shift up and down goes back and forth between markers. So it's really nice. When I'm editing clips later, it's easy to find where the clips are because I make a marker when clips happen. But sometimes I forget to press the chapter marker when I actually start playing the game. So I've got to find the start of the game. Okay, whoops, there it was, there it went. Okay, there's the skeptical. Okay, let's go right to when the game hits. And we'll start it there. Oh, we also need to change this opening image. And the easiest way to do that is I click on it on the timeline. I click on its replacement in my media library. And then I click Conform Lock with Media Pool Clip. There we go. Okay. They sound like a person. Oh my gosh, I would love it if every time somebody thought, I'll get the AI to voice my video, they just called me because I can do a shitty copy of an AI. I can also sound like an actual person on your video. Like I could also do that for you. If you just want someone to narrate something, I could do that. Or instead, I can act like this, like whatever. But get someone to do it. Stop with the AI. Oh, that is a lot of silence. Hold on a second. I gotta turn off the music for a second because I think the game has music. It does. Okay. That means I will bump up the audio of the game by 5. I'd love to like know decibels. I'd love to know decibels and stuff. I just bump it up by numbers until it feels comfortable to me. Okay, there we go. So I start saying, I just read the Steam like store thing right here. I'll drag the music all the way back to the front just in case. And then the transition here, like the little comes down. I do like to make that color match something on the screen. So over here on the right-hand side where all of like the inspector and properties are, I'll scroll down to the effect settings, which you see under transition and then effect noise dissolve. And I'll just change this color to something on the screen, which like this yellow. Oh, that's a good yellow. Okay, so then when it does the thing, there we go. Okay. I don't remember if I said anything really weird or fucked up, so I'm going to listen for a little bit just to make sure that after I introed the game, that I didn't go off on a tangent. I try to go off on the tangent before I start playing the game. I'm going to actually bump up my voice a little bit. Okay, I think I'm good. I also talk about the Twitch integration. I know that I had a false start because it is a demo. So let me see if I can find that, and I'm going to cut that out. If anybody remembers the cut it out from Nickelodeon, I know I've said that before. Fred Newman, I think, was that one? Or was that Dave Coulier? Both of them had a show on Nickelodeon. Weird. Oh my god, is that how Alanis Morissette met Dave Coulier? That fucking asshole. Okay. That's it. I was trying to press the fight button and it wasn't working. Ah, yeah, the game got a little stuck. Yeah, okay, the game got a little stuck here. So let's cut it here. And let's go to where the game actually got good. Like I'm telling you, game, get good. Okay, yeah. Oh, actually, people are named after chat now. Maybe it was the chat integration the Twitch integration that broke it. Okay, so in that case, let's go. Let's roll all the way back. No, let's not. I'm so fickle. I might leave the. Do I leave the borked part in? That's okay. I don't need it to make sense. Okay, we're just gonna cut out that part. Which audio menu are you referring to? Because if you, I mean, you probably don't have it open right now, but if you look in the upper right, there are, well, and let me also preface this by saying DaVinci is a pain in the neck. I'm probably being a little polite when I say that because it does have multiple layouts, and I think that I'm on the default layout. I think I'm on the default layout. I think. But there's a whole workspace menu, and it's the show panel in workspace that I do. And then you actually have to click on the audio segment. Like the inspector, the reason nothing to inspect means you don't have anything clicked. There's nothing clicked. If you click on the audio that is associated with the video, then it should pop up. So clicking on a thing will bring it up in the inspector. Okay, yeah. I'm not even going to explain why I'm restarting it. I'm just going to put a dissolve between the two. I love the cross dissolve. Okay. And then I don't think anything else. I don't think anything else broke. So I'm just going to. Uh-oh, I unmuted the music somewhere in here and I need to remute that. So now I go to my notepad where I see what my channels are in OBS. Track 4 is music, so I need to mute the track 4. Yep, there we go. Okay. It's so silly that I have to put a note to myself as to what my channels are because I have 6 audio channels and I don't remember what's on any of them. So sorry, so cut the beginning of the video, cut right up to when I started playing the game, and then because I remember that I had a little moment that broke, I actually just cut that out of the video because it's not, I mean, I could leave it in. It's not, the fact that a demo broke and I had to restart the demo isn't necessarily a thing that needs to be taken out, but I also don't want to leave it in. Okay, and now I'm just yammering away, so shut up, Brian. Oh, wow, I do not need, I'm talking about Boy George now. Okay, nope, we're stopping right there. Okay. One day I'll be a grown-up and I'll record like an outro or something. This is the Alien Traveler. This is the point in the video where I started talking about Boy George and I was like, let me not keep that. You get disappointed by people that you looked up to. And you understand the disappointment is you only looked up to one small part of who they were. And then when you find out the fullness of who they were, you're like, oh, wow. Oh, wow. But it's not on a level of, say, a mega rich author who's actively using that money to hurt people. It's really just this singer who was moderately successful for a minute, after they were no longer successful, turned out to be a kind of a shitty person. It's like, I still like their music. I'm not gonna like never like their music again. I'm just not gonna listen to them say anything, which sucks because in the era of social media, all these old celebs have to like keep trying to do is stay relevant, and that's what sucks. I don't want to open Instagram and see fucking Boy George talking about bullshit. Okay. So let's go to the next game. I might hold on to, okay, so I will be honest with y'all. I won't be honest with anybody else. I'll just be honest with y'all. I did not have the greatest time with Clue Murder by Death yesterday. And I'm finding the point in the video now where I mention right before playing it, and Murr also mentioned, like, mystery games are not easy to pull off. Because again, the gameplay mechanic gets in the way of the mystery. And that's what hit me yesterday with this is I was like, yeah. Yeah. Hey, shitty pumpkin, welcome on in. So I didn't have an amazing time, and I may leave this part in where I preface playing the mystery game by saying sometimes mystery games just don't hit. So we'll see. But let me cut the video here. And sorry, I will go. Okay, so here's where I ended that. So I can cut this entire segment. I can cut this big old chunk of red right on out. If you hit delete in DaVinci, that will put everything that's on this end and bring it in. If you hit backspace, so if I did the same thing, but I hit backspace, that will leave, that doesn't like ripple cut. So it doesn't bring the thing back in. So I do like to do delete when I know I'm going to like, I want that video to like just truncate itself. You have a similar qualm with cozy. It became so popular that it often becomes more cozy than game. Yeah, like you aren't playing a game so much as you have some chill, cozy lo-fi, some nature sounds happening, and then there's no game. It's a walking simulator, which there's nothing wrong with a walking simulator. Nothing at all. I love a good walking simulator. But sometimes there also needs to be a game there for it, like otherwise, I mean, and the thing is, it's fine. There are other genres of games that are not games. Visual novels, which, like, please don't come for me, but visual novels are not always my favorite because sometimes they're not actually games. They are just a story, a branching story turned into a click your own adventure. Like, it's not really, it's a game because you are playing, because you're opening it on a machine and doing the thing, but it's not really a game. You're just doing a lot of reading and a choose your own adventure thing, which I do appreciate. So the thing I'm doing now, and I'll zoom in so you can see, is this is the new thing I learned. What I used to do is I would cut out the section for one game, set it all up, go to the deliver screen, export that video, come back here, cut the section for the second game, do all that over again and deliver and export that. What I'm going to do now is, based on one timeline, I'm going to be able to export it all at once and I don't have to do a lot of re-editing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this little bit here. That is my thumbnail plus the transition. And I'm going to copy it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down to, this is the space in between. This is between the worlds. This is the space in between the games. I'm still on the timeline. I'm going to Control Shift. Actually, is there a... Paste insert. So Control Shift V. That's going to paste that. That's going to repeat that little bitty thing and put it in right here. So now I have, this is essentially my second break. I'm also going to go to the front of it and put a marker here so I can find it later. I'll explain later why that's important. And once again, I do conform with media lock. Sorry, conform lock with media pool clip. That changes it to this. And then because I want a nice little transition, I drag this. I find a color that looks good. No worries. No, it's all that. Yeah, that's lurking. And yeah, feel free to lurk, hang out, watch in the background. It's all good. The screen color, like, honestly, it's that kind of bland, but I'll take it. It's fine. Okay. So we're good there. I don't think I have, I mean, I can just do a, yeah, it's just going to be the PlayStation noise, but that's all right. At this point, I'm just saying yesterday what I just said a moment ago, which is mysteries are sometimes hard to do as video games. I almost feel like I need this disclaimer because when I think about my gameplay of this yesterday, it wasn't that good. It really wasn't. Also, I should have run an ad, so I'm going to do that. I promise you're not going to miss anything but me continuing to edit this video. So I'll be back. I mean, I'm here. but I'll be back in about 3 minutes. Let me not forget to take breaks and run ads, and I will see you on the other side of that. You're not going to miss anything. It's just me chopping this video into pieces, into little tiny pieces. So I will see you after the break. Boop. I didn't even change the game yet. Jeez. Okay, the ad break should be done. This is where I laugh because I was like, okay. And other people who are particularly chatty on stream may also have this problem where you're like, am I ever going to get to the point? Am I ever going to get off this tangent? No. That is I just cut a good 2 minute, maybe a minute and some change of me just nattering on about stuff, never even getting to the game. So that's got to go. Boop. Oops, sorry. I meant to actually do that. So yeah, just cut it. Oh, wait, I'm still talking about racist characters in film and TV. Hold on. That is not related to the game. One sec. I mean, it's an important conversation, but it is not actually relevant to the video game. Oh God, I'm talking about trading places now? That means I'm going to talk about are you being served? Hold on, we got to get past all this. Talk about the house sample. Okay, now I'm talking about Blazing Saddles. All right. Oh my God. This is a lot to cut. This is so much. When do I actually play the game? Oh my God. Now here comes the brick comes. Oh geez. Brian, shut up. Yeah, I'm literally saying here, I'm just gonna play the game. Oh no, now I'm talking about Little Britain. Oh my God. I'm gonna see how long this whole segment is before I completely cut it. Yeah, talking about Monty Python. Ah, the confetti. Okay. I Okay. The confetti definitely means like I need to use that as my visual indicator of okay, back to the actual topic. Okay, now I got to zoom in to try and capture cutting yourself right before a particular word. Content. Okay. For the record, what timestamp are we at? 48 minutes and 52 seconds. 41. That is 7 minutes. Almost 8 minutes of me. Just almost 8 minutes. Wow. There's like no, and the thing is like, yeah, wow, 8 minutes of me basically saying why things we love are horrible. And it's okay to acknowledge that. But Jesus, only, it's true. Look, it's not like it's not as though I am Steven talking about graphic cards or processors. Okay, that is just buckle up because he can go off like brilliantly about it. Hey, Jory, welcome on in. And you're not wrong, Mur. Like this, yeah, like I wasn't just like I do have my rambles, but this one was definitely this was more of a conversation. Like everybody was a part of this one. I wasn't just, but unfortunately on the video, people can't see chat. Hey, Purple Sky, welcome on in. I wish more often that I could include chat on these, and I can in a way, but it's also it takes away from the game somehow somewhat. Um, but yeah, people can't see chat, and I'm like sometimes that yeah that is important. I do Amalia. I do love when the power wash simulator and Steven is either trying to break the boundaries of the map or figure out a way to get something with a ladder or just talking. And yeah, you can hear in the background like so it's just like in the background. Okay, so now I have the moral decision. I left in the part ahead of time about me saying how mystery games as video games don't always work. I left that in and I'm my brain is like, is that going to help or harm them? But also, there's no moral obligation for me to be like, I have to only say nice things about this game. No. So, no, I'm not going to worry about it. Okay. There, we cut there. Okay. So let me see if, yeah. I don't love cuts in videos. I sometimes feel like they are weirdly jarring, but sometimes you just gotta. And because you're streaming, you're generally everything is generally your camera's in the same place. It's not like I've all of a sudden moved my camera over and I'm cutting to across the screen. So yeah, it's fine. But I sometimes don't love excessive cuts. Okay. I think the rest of this is just the game. Oh wait, is that where y'all hit me with the filter? Yeah, you do. Um hold on. Where are the sound effects on? Oh, see, the sound effects are on track 4, so I need to. That's fine. I'm not gonna worry about it. You hit me with the. Okay, and what happened here? Another old timey filter redeem. Great. Okay. Us watching the cat on the main screen. Nice. Yeah, this is me just like looking at myself like a dog, like, what was I talking about here? Was this important? Is it relevant? Okay. Done. Can stop listening to myself talk. Okay, so the timeline looks like a mess, which for anyone living in 2026, it's not going to be terrible. That statement is not terribly surprising. But essentially, I've got this part here that is the second video. And over there, that part there in the first part of the video. And what I'm going to do on the next screen is I'm going to basically go to the deliver screen. So that's this icon here. That's the export button in DaVinci. And instead of deleting half and then exporting it and deleting half, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the entire timeline to the deliver screen. First, I'm going to save. I save early and save often. And there is a button, a little drop down here that says, what do you want to render? Do you want to render the entire timeline, which is an option, but you don't want. Deliver, that's the DE. No, that is not that key. That's not the DEL key on the keyboard. No. Nope. You can render the entire timeline, which if you only have one video, cool, no break, like one video, you're not switching games, you just want one thing, you're good to go. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to select an in and out range for the different games. And this is where that up and down help you out. So we're at the very start of the video, which you can reach by home. I'm going to press I so that basically the in range starts at 0, 0 to 0 to 0, 0, 0 to 0 to 0. And then I'm going to go down to the end of okay, there's that. There's that. There's that. I hit the down button until I reached the next thumbnail. Then I need to go back. I need to use one left, basically the left arrow once, and press O. And now I have determined my in and my out range. I have been to In-N-Out Burger and it was good. Was it worth being halfway across the country for? You know. Hey, Merlin the Hermit, welcome on in. And yes, happy Black History Month in case you didn't know, it's February. I'm black and I generally talk about history. So there you go. But yeah, it's Black History Month. Let's see. Also, hey Rex, welcome on in. Sorry. So yeah, the shortcut keys are I and O to set the in and the out button. Now that you've done that, the little render drop down has changed to in and out range because I'm only gonna get this much of the video. Now I'm gonna give it a name, which is Rat Spider Frog. All of these settings they're always set. So I don't have to worry about it. I render the bitrate a little bit higher for YouTube, like a little bit. Because I think I stream at 6,000 and I record at 6,000, but I render it at 8,000. I probably don't have to, but sometimes I'm like, let's give it a little bit, just a little bit. Add it to the render queue. So then it appears in the upper right as the new thing. Hey, JD Lady, welcome on in. And then the next thing I do is I go to the next range, which is starting the murder by death, and then I go ending. So now I've set the second range, which is just the second game. And I do the same thing just to make sure that that's what I've got. So I come over here and I give it the clue MBD, and I add to render queue. So now I have two videos that are going to render from the same timeline. I don't have to go back and do it twice. I select both of them and I click, hold on, let me save again. And I click render to, because I'm going to render both. So you can like render however many you've selected. And this is where the stream may go offline and my computer may seize up because I'm going to be rendering in DaVinci while we're chatting. But what I am going to do is I'm going to hide the window and stop capturing it so it doesn't reducing the basically no, it doesn't matter. Closing the window in DaVinci, because it's rendering your video in the background, but also not having to show you the render of the video. So if you can minimize it while you do this part, it's a little easier to manage. But right now, yeah, like my CPU has gone up by a few percent because it's currently rendering stuff in DaVinci. And yeah, I think we'll do Animal Crossing next. So while DaVinci is rendering my vids, I am going to go and set up for that, but I need to, the HDMI switcher is currently on the PlayStation because I was doing some Division stuff. So I need to go over and switch it back to the Switch. I need to switch it to the Switch. And someday I need to upgrade my HDMI. Like, there are things that I've been not avoiding upgrading, but not prioritizing upgrading. One of them is definitely needs to be my HDMI switcher, and another needs to be probably my network switch. Like, I may need to upgrade it because I haven't really been noticing any like degradation in signal, but it'd be nice to be a little bit better off. So I'll BRB while I go up and switch the thing. I used to have a remote that would switch it from here, but the remote definitely died. Not the remote itself, but the signal somehow died from the machine. So let me go do that. And I'll be right back. In the background, DaVinci is absolutely doing, I mean, hold on. You can watch it while it does. It's absolutely doing its thing. It will take a little bit longer because it's rendering, but it will give you a little countdown up here in this corner, and you can see like how long it will take. It does take a little longer if you're actively looking at DaVinci while it's doing it, but it doesn't actually stop it. You know, like it doesn't crash doing this. It just takes a little longer. So we'll let you look at that, and I'll be right back. Dang it. So yeah, I said I was trying to cheer on my video render, like, and then I said like that's what my little inside my computer, the reboot characters in my computer, they're trying to cheer on the video render. Um and if like I said, if you thought like Warning, incoming game was taking up a lot of energy. Imagine, warning, incoming 4K video render. Like, they'd be like, is it just really hot in here to anybody else? Like, is it really, really, really hot in here? Do they get to go to the water cooling tubes? Is that like their beach episode? Going to the water cooling? We could use a new reboot. It could be done as a fun spoof of today's computer builds and today's computer culture. It doesn't have to be super dramatic, but a new reboot would be fun. I do not count the reboot as a reboot. Yeah, no, those words all made sense. So the only other thing I may do later on is after I do make a sojourn to the store, because I just need to get outside. I know it's cold. And look, if I walk outside and the wind blows in my face and says, nope, then that's going to be very different. And I will not worry about it. But later on today, I may try and find, because the clips have been happening and I do appreciate y'all making the clips. I'm glad I gave you an easy way to make clips, because all of these little blue markers, like on the timeline, those little blue things, that's where a clip was made. So that's where I can quickly go to my video and see, did I do something funny or amusing, or did the game do something funny or amusing? And I can turn that into like a 15 to 30-second thing. And I will do that maybe a little bit later on today as well. But I don't really want today to be a super worky stream day. I'd like it to be a little relaxing as well. So we'll see. I might watch the Muppets because I got the special. I will say they have made the clip making interface. Oh, it's already done. Well, okay. So yeah, my CPU usage now is at 3.3. During the video render, it was like a 5. So it takes a little bit, but not so much that you cannot stream while rendering video in the background. So I'm going to close DaVinci because we are good to go. Let me just double check on my videos to make sure. Okay, I got one about 39 minutes, one's about 54 minutes. Later on, I'm going to upload those both to YouTube, and I'll be good to go. So yay. So now, just got really, like, the cold kind of hits in waves. Like my heating, I'm still being very, very, like, I'm not freezing myself, but I am also not like turning the heat up to like 78. You know, it still stays around 74. But every now and then the cold from outside, like I'm like, ooh. But yeah. So yeah, that's done for now. The next thing I would do with my videos is, now that I've rendered them both, I will upload them to YouTube. I follow pretty much, I used to do a simple template for my YouTube titles, which was just Herb Plays and then the name of the game. And I realized that might not be attracting as many eyes as I thought. So now I do try to do a little descriptive headline, and then I end it with the name of the game, so the name of the game is still in the title. One thing for YouTube, they say, like, you should have, it helps if you put, like, if you say the words that are in your title. So usually I say the name of the game in my, because it helps prioritize if you put the name of the game in your title, and you are saying that somewhere in the captions, like that YouTube can detect, it kind of helps. But these are all theories. These are all somebody doing a social media tarot card deck layout, somebody doing a spirit board or a crystal ball and saying, "Well, I think this helps, but I don't know for sure." YouTube even lets you do A/B testing now with different title types, and I may try that. I may be like, "Okay, what happens if I use my old title versus my new one?" Um, you can do A/B testing of a lot of stuff, but that's also time and effort. And there is nothing wrong with effort. However, I do like to reclaim my time. And for something that currently is not something that's currently not paying, if it's not paying, is it worth putting time in? If the point of payment is out here and you really have to basically say, do I feel like doing this shit right now? Sometimes no. And that's okay. So yeah. But I have a standard thing. I bring in the same I bring in the game's description. I make a title. I bring in the tags, the recommended tags from Steam, just in case. And then I throw my thumbnail up, and that's it. So that'll be later on, because I'm not going to do uploading to YouTube while I'm also streaming to Twitch. That I will not do. Because I did that once. I think I was trying to show how I caption video, and which I apologize, I didn't do any captioning today. If somebody wants to see that, I can do that before the end of the stream. But I didn't do any captioning today, but I was trying to, I think, was I testing like Kapwing? And I tried to upload a video to Kapwing while I was streaming, and it was like, no. Everything went wrong. So we're not going to do that. But I will go ahead and get started with Animal Crossing. So let me change the capture. And yeah, as always, thank you for indulging me while I use this time to get a little productivity stuff. I'm not a super co-working streamer. I will full on admit that is not super my jam. But every now and then I'm like, the stuff that I can work on while I talk to you is very different than the stuff that I can't talk to you while I work on. Like if I'm writing, I can't really talk while I'm writing. Like I can't really split my focus like that. But if I'm just doing video editing, that's pretty easy, because then my face just goes blank for a minute because I'm listening to myself talk and trying not to be, about it. Okay, let's continue. I think it's yeah, the capture card has a little bit of audio hitch, so let me fix that. That's better. Okay, turn off Spotify. What if I do ACNH? Nice. Nice. Okay. So we could do another hotel room. We can try and find Pascal and maybe get some scallop action going on. We can see who's on our island. I love that the thing is, this is the perfect weather for you to be outside with some soup. So I love the fact that he was just outside with some chili. And I know people don't like Clyde. Apparently, Chaotic Wholesome has told me that Clyde is a unpopular resident. You recently restarted your island. Who showed up first? Have you gotten to visitors yet? And if so, who do you already want to get rid of? I will admit, I do miss the villager hunt. I do miss going to fly to islands and finding villagers to invite them to my island. I do miss that a little bit. You love when they walk around with donuts, but you want to know where to get donuts. Oh, that's right. Is that something that we can make now? Can we make donuts? Or is it just a random thing that they have? We'll find out. Maybe I'll go by the kitchen stove and see. I don't even have a kitchen in my house. I have a kitchen outside because I can't be bothered. I guess I'm Rick Steves. Just. Oh, you're gorgeous. Okay, we gotta go say hi to you. But also, I think I got a hotel cardigan coming in the mail, so we'll also deal with that. I gotta empty my pockets. But yeah, it's we've now gone from the co-working to the cozy. Cozy working? If I have my cardigan on, it would be cozy working, I guess. But yeah. See? Cardigans. Good morning. I will say the other thing about playing this, especially during the pandemic, was having a confirmation of what day it was when you start playing this game. Because there were times when it was like, huh? Seasonal topic. Yeah, it's cold. It's cold. Snow time, okay. Yeah, snowballs. I am not going to be judged by the snow boy, okay? And I think there are people who... Yeah. There were people who said if you have, like, you can put a certain thing down and help you measure the snow boys. Oh god, I'm still wearing my swimsuit. Hold on. Oh no, I put my clothes away. Well, I guess we're gonna have to wear something else. Sure. No, I'm not. Sorry, we're gonna do this first. Oh wait, no, I don't have to. Because if I go inside, someone's going to want to come by. Okay. I really think that's it. I think, yeah, that's it. Sometimes I would do the boots. Do I have boots? Like the antique boots? No, those go with like the fancy outfit. The fur booties, but I don't. Yeah, those aren't bad. But I think we'll go back with the sneakers. Yeah, okay. Okay. My pockets should be empty now. Empty enough. Hey, Tati, welcome on in. Yeah, I get the whole getting something from mom, but it's also weird. Hey, Steven, welcome on in. Here's the thing, Glitter. Sometimes I like just being alone, but there's such a thing as too much of a good time. Whoa, hold on. Let me actually go back and read. Here's the thing, Glitter. Sometimes I like just being alone, but there's such a thing as too much of a good thing. Eventually, the quiet gets to me, and I need some company. That was a hint, by the way, in case you didn't notice. You're a needy friend, Midge. Yeah, if you want to hang out, just say hang out. Like, that's fine. I don't know if I like them coming into my house, but I like to think that some of the Happy Home Academy judges don't make it out. Like, I think some of them go to my basement, and they're trapped down there. Like, I've sent them to the Shadow Realm. I played the Seal of Orichalcos, and they're trapped in there. Okay, let's get all of these things. Okay. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. Okay, that is embroidery. Oh, a new bed. That fell from the sky, I think. Okay. Hey, Darlie Selmacon. Asking Tom Nook to come by and assess my new Amontillado. I swear it's down here. I swear. Just, I'm gonna, hold on. I swear it's down here. I do. Okay, let's see if I can... Let's change up this room a little bit. Can I go from just my pockets, or... Hold on. Sort. Alphabetical. No. Okay. Oh! Crap. Cancel? Cancel. Cancel. Oh, right. Hold on. Yeah, that's... Wait. Store. Pockets is X, which is the top. There we go. Okay, so space logo rug. Okay. There we go. Okay, that's the dungeon wall. Wow. Okay, you can go over here. I do like the Lego plant, like the flower. That's really nice. Hey, Rose Rocks. I see you over on YouTube. Good morning. And hello, Mother Gamer. Welcome on in. Okay, and then... Oh, wow. That is kind of clean, actually. And then... Oh, I don't know if I have room for it. So yeah, the DIY workbench is actually kind of big. So I think yeah, hold on. Okay, I'm gonna have to store you because I don't have room for you right now. Okay, so no. It's always Midge. And because I was in the room, it counted as being at the door. Okay, I get that you want some company, Midge, but okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. But I can't decorate when you're here, is the thing. Did you at least bring me something? I was nearby and thought I'd see if you were home. I'm glad you're here. I feel like you might have been maybe staking out my place. I feel like that might have been what was going on. You gave me a cherry. I gave my friend a cherry that had no stone. My parents keep sending me food, even though I've tried to tell them that I already have plenty to eat. So, thanks. Now that I'm here, why don't we play a game? Sure. Okay. Let's play high card, low card. Okay, so if you guess right, you'll win my down jacket. Ooh. Hey, DC, welcome on in. I don't know, what do we think? Higher or lower? Another of my favorite game shows from back in the day was Card. I think the actual name of the game was Card Sharps. Or it might have been actually, I think the name of the game was Card Shark, but the phrase is Card Sharp. But what do we think? Higher or lower? Oh, thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. I will say lower. Yes. A down jacket actually is really great for the winter as well. Okay, that's great. Yeah. So that's the thing, is you can make them go by quickly doing the talking thing. You can also make them leave by leaving, but that feels... When someone's in your house, leaving feels like the slapping your hands on your knees and getting up like, well, because that basically is like, yeah, it's time for you to leave. It is cute. I do like having my miniature... Okay, what if I put... What did I do? Is that the rug? Oh my gosh. I keep pressing the wrong button. Oh, also the Lego arcade games. Let's figure that out. No, not the... Oh, God, store that. I'm really bad at this. That's the flooring. That's the wall. Okay, so it all went to my inventory. Okay. We're going to... We're going to store the DIY bench, and then we're going to get this. There we go. Okay. And then let's also get the rug back. Okay. And then we're going to close. We're going to go to the wall. And we're going to grab you, because we need my keys. There we go. I need my keys, so we're going to put the keys here. Okay. So now the DIY is over here. It's still a little awkward, but we'll make it work. We'll move the Lego arcade machine. Here. It blocks my fish. It blocks my fish. I'm gonna have to move my fish. Okay, let's grab the rug. Okay, and then we'll go back to the wall. Put the fish above the tape recorder, because then the talking fish can talk into the tape recorder. Alright, keys there. Okay, I think we might be good. Yeah, Space Blaster. Okay, and then we have a DIY. Now we're good. Okay. So yeah, just a little change to add the Lego stuff in, because I do think the Lego stuff is really cute. I didn't buy all the Lego stuff either. Yeah, I didn't buy all the Lego stuff. I could buy more. Yeah, this cardigan from the hotel, that's nice. Now, because Puddle Glum mentioned their store had a gold disco ball, which I would love, I'm wondering if mine might. It probably doesn't. Nope. It does have a big old die, though. I could get a D6. Yep. Okay. That timpani's pretty cool. How much is the timpani? I feel like I have a timpani at home, though. 110,000 bells. I'll pass. I'll pass. How you doing, Julian? Now, this is a fine analog kitchen scale if I've ever seen one. Yeah, sure is. All right, bye. Yeah, I have a lot of musical instruments in my house, so I'm pretty good. Let me get some money for the... Let me get some bells for the bell god. And then we'll pop those in. Okay, get your turnip selling ass out my way. See, I used to have to be careful running around my island because of all the flour. I mean, I still do have to be careful. Okay, let's make sure I don't do this wrong, because that has happened before. Okay. It has happened before where I accidentally hit the button to bury, to just push over the ground. Okay. Now I feel like the last bell tree actually showed up. It might be fully grown. Was it here? I think it was here. Who are you? Oh my gosh, you're so pretty. And you're hanging out in my NB garden. It's so nice to meet you. I'm Celia. I think 10K is the max to bury. I think over 10K it doesn't do anything. I've been looking so forward to visiting. She's very pretty. My trip won't be very long, but I'm sure it'll be good, Feathers. And, oh, you got your coffee. I should go get my coffee. To whoever's into strange bottles, it's me. I'm into strange bottles. I was just zoning out in the bathtub when a great DIY idea popped into my head that I had to write down. Lucky you. You really scored by taking a peek inside this bottle. Try it and see what happens. Better get to it. Boyd. Green bamboo mat. I think I know this one. Oh, I didn't. Nice. Let me go say hi to the moon. Oh no. Flowers. Hello, moon. I'm sorry, y'all. Small biohazard emergency over here. There's been some, flora has broken containment and needs to be dealt with. Nice, Nick. For me, the flowers became an invasive species and they needed to be dealt with. That's a good question. Somebody asked me about the Resident Evil games the other night. I've never played them myself. Ooh, a serving cart. Ooh, can we serve? That cart is serving. I'm sorry, Your Honor. The cart is serving. Let's see. Oh, coffee. Yeah, I'm no longer willing to be judged by the Snowboy, so I'm not going to bother doing the Snowboy. Because nobody like that. That was some judgment. Judgment. Okay, we have two really cool visitors on the island today. Why, hello, you must be from Sanctuary. I want to say how marvelous it is here. I'm Whitney. I may have only been here for a short while, but I already feel like I'm a part of this place. Snappy. We have two very fabulous visitors today, so I like that. Yep, gimme. Hey, Logan. Oh, that is heavenly. It's rich and balanced with subtle floral notes. I'm in love. I am with Brewster. Oh, you're up the road. Yeah, I'm doing my best at staying warm, although I think I may finally break my own containment and go outside today to the store, which is only like a block or two away, so it is not far. But hey, Click Flint. Birdrista. Nice. But honestly, Whitney is me for real. Like going to a place, I'm like, where can I go get a nice little coffee? And when I was in, when I visited Toronto, that was like the first thing on my map was, okay, where near my hotel is there a cute coffee spot? And there was like a few blocks away, and it was cold because it was for Breakout Con, but it was cold. But I went to this really cute place, sat down with a Kindle, because I got up super early. Nobody was up. Nobody was awake. And by the time I ended up going back again a few days later, and she was like, oh, have you had a nice trip? Because she asked me the first time if I was here on business. And I was like, yep. So yeah, that was nice. We matched too. Got my card again from the hotel on. Okay. Yeah, the wind here is bad. Yeah, we both, basically my partner is in Philly, and we share screenshots of our weather via text, and basically just, this is unacceptable all the time. Just back and forth, like, this is unacceptable. Yep, it is. Okie dokie. Pockets are mostly empty. Oh, I could put a few things into... Oops, sorry, cancel. I could put a few things into storage. I might need to check to see if I need to buy more storage. Actually, I will keep the layered shirt. Die. Okay. A 5, not bad. Eh. Okay. That's a DIY I'd love, but I guess I probably just have to wait until that's in the store. Okay, and we're going to go throw away some stuff. Oh, actually, no, we won't throw it away. We'll sell it. I gotta remember that the small bell economy works just as well as the large bell economy. I remember, like, that was the thing, is, like, if you sold food, like, just keep, like, that was a great way to, like, earn those bells early on, is just sell the food. It feels like 9 is 2. That's a good time to get your stuff delivered. That is. Yes. I will only advise, and this, like, look, I am just some random person on the internet, so you don't have to listen to what I say. But if you do get anything delivered right now, please make sure that you are masking if they're coming directly to your door, and you're washing your hands and washing stuff when it comes in, because cold and flu and all manner of other things are going around right now, and delivery drivers are in contact with a lot of people. So, oh my gosh, I guess a bell tree grew right next to another bell tree. So yeah. Nope, not doing snow. Per the news, we just had another measles potential outbreak in my area. So that's great. Hold on, let me confirm. I believe the somebody just shared this with me. Yeah. Yeah, multiple potential measles exposures in DC. It's very possible that oh wow, okay. It's the pro-lifers very likely brought measles into the district. Because yeah, the Basilica, which is gorgeous. If you're ever in DC, the Basilica is gorgeous. Just don't go when there's measles outbreak. The National March for Life rally, Catholic University, metro from Catholic University to Union Station, and then at Children's National Medical Center emergency. So yay. I am vaccinated. I actually got mine. I got mine done again because there was a reported case in Philly before I went for PAX Unplugged. So I got mine before going in December, but I might need to go for my second shot. Oh, okay. We might make some stuff, but instead, let's. What's it? 10 a.m. Okay, we have time to decorate like one room. We should have time. Because there are like 8 rooms, I think, in the place. Yeah. Celia is in my modern room. Oh, hey, Maridu. I think I ate with that modern room. I think that was a good one. That also, like the beachside room, that was a simple ocean-themed room. So let's see what the next theme is. Oh, yeah, so Queen Val, there has been a free, 100% free update for Animal Crossing. It's considered like version 3.0 now, and there is a hotel on the island, and it is similar to, there was a DLC that let you also kind of go to a resort and decorate there, and that was paid. This is a free update. So a hotel is built, and it's run by Cappen's family. So you are able to basically have other people on your island, and you can decorate the rooms, and you can even create a hotel outfit for people. Like if you wanted to change this outfit, you could change the outfit so that people visiting the island will wear like something, so you'll be able to see that they're visiting. So yeah, so go if you hop on in and update your client, it should be available. And if you have a Switch 2, then you get even more stuff. But I only have a Switch. Yeah, let's do one more guest room. Let's get started with that room 3 work. Let's get this work. 2 ideas for the theme. Which one do you think feels right? A simple room or a ranch room? Ooh. Well, considering that it's Super Bowl Sunday. Is it Super Bowl Sunday? We'll do ranch. If you haven't, hold on. Also, if you are unaware, 1 second. How can I see what I've shared? Sorry, I'm trying to find like where my activity is on Was it not here? Nope, that wasn't it. Hold on. I'm sorry. I have to I have to find this because it made me laugh so much. Okay. Okay. Here's a link to the original. And then somebody took it to the next level. So the second link is like taking it to the next level. Hidden Valley Ranch. Yes. Okay. So yeah, we'll go with the ranch room. That also makes me think about going to the grocery store today. Like, because I would like to have a little snacky sundae, but I might be in the grocery store for a while. Which means that if I go, I don't need to go to multiple stores. I need to get all of my stuff at the one store. And that is achievable. So that's what I will plan on today. But I will also plan on having a lot of patience because it is the bowl Sunday. So if you are ordering in, please be patient and tip well. Or order early. Order right now. Order as soon as the place opens. And then just put it in the fridge, cover it in foil, put it in the oven later. Beat the rush. Sometimes they're pirate. The pirate language veers into African American vernacular English, and it is interesting. Because I feel like the way pirates talk wasn't necessarily the way they talked, but it was a particular portrayal in a single movie that then solidified the pirate vernacular. I feel like that's what it was. Like, because pirates weren't all these weird, uneducated people that didn't know how to speak English. But it was one guy, and that... My brain's not latching on to that, but anyway. Was it Treasure Island? I don't know. Okay, sorry. Alright, so... Ooh. You really want to be comfy cozy up in here, don't you? There's a lot of things that go for ranch style. None of them are Hidden Valley. Ranch! Okay, well then we'll go patchwork. You want patchwork? Oh, this is going to be cozy AF, y'all. Oh, but I can also be a little goth ranch. I can be a little goth ranch. Oh! I have been so silly. 1 second. I've been the worst. Hold on a second. Hey, Meet Cass, welcome on in. It is not the DLC. It is part of the free update. So it is similar to the DLC where you go to another resort island and you decorate a hotel and stay there. This is now the Pardon me. This is now part of the main game. So yeah, no, we're definitely going goth ranch. Sorry, birdie. Okay, let's start over. I wish that I could easily do variations. Chic Ranch. Oh my god, we're going Chic Ranch. Did it again. X is on the top. Silly me. Okay, and then X for the wardrobe. Blue or vintage? I kind of like vintage for the wood. Chic Ranch disguise of flavors even from the Evil King. Nice. Tea table. We'll go vintage, but also... Ooh, a little cloth on it? No. We're fine without the cloth because we're going to put stuff on it. Okay, let's pause here. Put that back in storage. Okay. I think I put dressers like... Wardrobes go by the... Yeah, okay. I might not change that accent wall, actually. But this feels like, because it's a double bed, it feels like it needs to be center of the room. So what I'll do here is I will put the table here and the chair for enjoying table stuff here. And then we'll put the cozy chair here. Okay. We're going to remove these because... Oh, wait. Oh, I've been so silly. I can modify them once they're already on the wall. I've been very silly. We'll do blue. What you doing? Table stuff. Okay. You actually... go above the door, and then we'll give you modification. Ooh, that blue's nice. But... yeah, this is the most cozy haunted game ever. Like, cozy haunted. That's a good vibe. Cozy haunted. Okay. So now we have some basics. We got a bed, we got a chair. And I forgot. I can just put the stuff in the room and then modify it later. So let me just do that. Bird cage, because we need a creepy bird. The mug shelves. That might go... Actually, let's get a low board in here then. And then we'll need an actual mug for a table. Some glass lamps. Sorry, yeah, some floral sconce. And then a milk glass lamp on the top. And... ooh, a plant. We like a plant. And then I don't have a trash can, do I? There's no ranch? There's no trash can? Oh, a rug. Definitely a rug. So cozy. A mat to open the room up. And then... okay. Okay, that's let me stop there. Okay, I think that the where's my plus? I think these need to go on either side of the... Wow, get up here. Either side of the bed for those, and then... Okay, the low board can go here. And we'll put the mugs over on the low board. Just in case you might want some more tea. Can't imagine anybody wanting way more tea. What's that about? Weird. That mug can be... We'll go with dark blue for the mug. I wish we had the hotel logo. Well, we probably have a hotel mug. I'm not going to worry about it. Okay. Let's change this color to vintage. Do you get a tablecloth? You can get a tablecloth. That's tough. We'll go white. It's not optimal. It's close. It's not optimal. But it does look way more cozy. Alright. Let's modify the bird cage. Okay. And you go by the door. So you can sit in your chair and admire the bird. We'll actually move the chair a little like that way. Give a little, give the bird some space. The plant cannot be modified, so we'll just put the plant here. And these, can these not go on the... I'm so confused with the albums. I thought the albums could go on the wall. I thought you could hang the albums on the wall. You can. Okay. So that's my bad. Alright. We'll do what we usually do with the albums. We'll put them about this height. Yeah, that does... Oh, actually, no. We'll put them on the other side of the room. Okay. Okay, and then you two remove. Is there any way, can I modify the lamp at all? I can. White, blue, pink, yellow, or green. Actually, we'll go with blue. For the milk glass lamp. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. I think I'm gonna turn this table. I'm gonna turn the low board. I'm gonna turn it. Oops, hold on. Stop that. Okay. Okay, the rug is... Actually, we'll put the rug completely under the bed. You know, that's... Well, no. We'll put it back. I do wish there was an undo. And in that case, we probably won't need the mat. Unless we put the mat under the table. That way it doesn't make a divot in the floor. Okay. Huh. I wish I could modify. Can I modify the albums to have a different frame? Those frames don't really mix. Okay, I guess not. They can only have one style. Alright, let's look in the catalog to see, is there anything else that feels like it belongs here? I don't know about the decoy of a duck. If I put speakers, then I need to have something that plays music, right? Also, cherry speakers? I don't know. But we'll put a little veggie basket on the table. I'll see about a speaker. We'll see what happens. Because it... Yeah, like the speaker need... Okay, hold on. Let's put this on the table. Oh, wow. Okay, you need to move. There we go. Can we modify you as well? Oh, black cherry. Perfect. But let's see here. Can we also put you... Can we put you on the wall? I suppose not. Okay, can we put you under the table? No? Oh god, by the bed would be so annoying though. In that case, we'll put you under the other window. Okay, hold on. Can I... There we go. Okay. Oh, right. Animal City is what they consider ranch. What else do they consider ranch? Animal City or KK Stroll? Let's try KK Stroll. And see if that's better. It's about time for me to get going too, so... Yeah. I think... Oh, let me modify those lamps too on the wall. Nope, sorry, not yet. Not ready yet. Purple? Nobody said I had purple. Why didn't I have purple options for the one on the roof? The roof. The ceiling. Oh, wow. We can do distressed. But the distressed has that cool, like, you know, again, the Tiffany style stained glass. Oh, I wish the one on the ceiling could be purple. I think, for my interpretation of ranch, this works. I like that the clock actually has the right time on it. That's nice. How you doing, buddy? It bothers me that there's no trash can, so let me find a trash can. There's no recommended trash can for the ranch room setup as far as I can see. So What are we, alphabetical? Wait, I think we want housewares, right? Cute chair, 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 table, 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 bed, 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 closet, wardrobe, 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 wardrobe. Hey, Kay, welcome on in. Good time zone to you. Oh, that retro TV, nice. There it is, a rattan waste bin. There we go. That's what I was missing. Okay. No, I don't need one, but for a hotel room... Sorry, for a hotel room, I do like to have it. Because people shouldn't be nasty out here in these streets. Our staff works really hard to keep rooms clean. So I'll put the trash can by the bed. I'm not implying anything that you might be doing in the bed when I put the trash can by the bed, but don't be nasty in these rooms. Yeah. Okay. Let's get a picture. Can I zoom all the way out? Oh, I am zoomed all the way out. Oh, okay. Never mind. Let's... Hold on. There we go. Okay. Oh, I don't have to be in the room. Oh, I can... Okay, I didn't realize I could take myself out of the picture, too. Now I know better. Okay. All right, we're done. What's afoot? I'm done. Ah, you finished? What a wonderful room. I'd love to stay in such a spot. I'm a little surprised because I'm generally not into decorating spaces in games. But having a recommended style for the Animal Crossing decorating does make it a little easier. Yay! Company script! Alright, it is past 10:30, so I'm gonna go figure out... I love that they, like, wave at you and smile when you leave. It's nice. I'm gonna go figure out what my day is gonna be. And as I said, it's gonna be a lot of patience in the supermarket aisle and in the checkout, because I'm sure a lot of people are scrambling for their Super Bowl stuff. I'm probably not going to be watching the Super Bowl live. I will watch later on for the halftime performance, but I don't even know. I don't even know if I can watch live TV on any of my services. So I don't know. Maybe YouTube? Does YouTube have like the rights for football now? I don't know. Whatever. Ooh, a 1. That's not good. Well, I don't know. On a D6, rolling low might be good. So we'll see. But yeah, I kind of forget about how the weather also changes in game. But yeah, I appreciate y'all hanging out with me today. It's been fun to do the island stuff. Also, thank you for hanging out with me while I edited my videos. I'm going to throw them up. I'm not going to throw them up. I'm going to throw them up on YouTube later on. And yeah, oh, I see. The thing is, I've also been listening to Bad Bunny, and yeah, I'm kind of ready. I'm kind of ready to see that. Also, just because Um, the cultural everything around the Super Bowl, it's, you know, an American is performing at the Super Bowl. Generally, that's how it's always been. For the most part. I feel like we had like Celine Dion perform at the Super Bowl, but maybe not. But yeah. So yeah, it's just a weird thing people are once again inventing a problem in their head to get mad about. See, sitting down with some soup under a tree. I don't know about sitting down on the snow. Oh yeah, Coldplay performed. But they had Bruno Mars and Beyonce with them, so you know. And it was the Beyonce part that made everybody, like, again, lose their shit. So yeah. Let me do this. Let me go ahead and close the switch. Yeah, like I I just sometimes like living in these unprecedented times is so ridiculous. And the fact that the unprecedented have become precedented is even worse. But yeah, I will be careful outside. Our sidewalks are probably still a little icy because the cold has not let up. So what we do have melts a little bit and then it freezes right back up. And businesses here aren't really doing their part in keeping the sidewalk as clear as they should. So that is a little bit on them. And I'm not a big fan of that. But I'm going to go and I think like the deli area probably has like wings. It probably also has some both hot and cold fried chicken. That might be fun today. I might just get like a sub and do like old school. I would love to stop in the produce section and get some apples, like some Cosmic Crisp apples, and chop those up with some cheddar. That has been like my ultimate treat myself treat is chopping up a nice like sweet crispy apple and pairing it with some sharp cheddar cheese or other like crumbly cheese, and it's been really yummy. So maybe that'll happen. And then I think some wine because it's been a week and I deserve it. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna come over here and we'll let the credits run. And yeah, we're gonna go say hi to Steven, who, as we know, today is Power Wash. So we'll go say hi over there. If you are watching on YouTube, feel free to come on over to Twitch. We're gonna go over and say hi to Steven Joys. Thank you, Prax, for the resub. Ray for the raids. My moderators for hanging out. And we'll come back around for any new followers because yeah, it's been good to hang out. As I said, the week has been a lot. The month has already been a lot. It's been 1 week of the month and it's already a lot. Cardigan J and Queen Val, thank you for the follows. Hopefully Queen Val, if you hop into Animal Crossing, you get the update and it's all fun and good. I'm gonna edit this down for YouTube a little bit later on, and I might find a short to throw up on the YouTubes. I need to stop saying throw up to post. A short to post on YouTube later on. But other than that, we're going to go say hi to Steven. So let me start that raid. And I will try to keep my own warm vibes going because that's the only problem with going outside is I do get to see the sun, but it's going to be so freaking cold. It's like 19 and probably feels like 10 or some bullshit outside. So I don't know. But we have a lot of people ready to go, and I feel bad that that Games Done Quick raided yesterday. So I want to kind of get out of here before they look again and like, hey, there's someone to raid. So yeah. But Games Done Quick, thank you for the raid of over 1,000 people. I just wish that I had been online to receive it. I'm so sorry that I went offline. But if you're watching, hi, and don't raid me now because I'm leaving. So don't raid me now. Yeah, it was wild. When I looked at my dashboard, I was like, what? And then I was like, wait, they must have rated just as I hit stop streaming, and I feel so bad. But that's what happens. That's Twitch. But yeah, we have quite a good number of people ready to go over and say hi. So thank you for hanging out with me. I'm gonna go to the ending screen, and hopefully you have a good start to your week. If you do got to work with people today, I hope they aren't butts. Hope you're prepared for the work week. If you got to, hopefully you're working remotely, but if you're in person, again, I hope people aren't butts to you. And oh my gosh, I forgot to push. Don't make a bingo card for me because I'm going to embarrass myself.
Content.
But I definitely did just that. Hashtag Urbrave with my love and disco emote. Hashtag Urbrave with a virtual hug emote. There's my Blue Sky link and my YouTube link and my Discord link and my blog link. And the raid's going to count me out. So I will see you over in Steven's place. Bye, y'all.